What if the worst moment of your life was actually the beginning of the best version of you? Not a motivational line, a real question. Because I want to tell you something that happened to me, something I have never said out loud before. And by the end of this video, I want you to walk away with one truth that has the power to change everything. I want you to picture something. You wake up one morning. Everything in your life looks normal. You have a relationship, 3 years deep, someone you love, someone you trusted completely, and then without warning, she ends it, just like that. No argument, no build-up, no chance to fight for it. Just gone. That was me. And I want to be honest with you about what happened next, because I think honesty is the only thing that actually helps people. I stopped going to work. For 2 full weeks, I couldn't get up. I lost weight because I forgot to eat. I replayed every conversation, every moment, asking myself the same question on a loop. What did I do wrong? I blamed myself for everything. I was confused in a way I had never felt before. Not confused about facts, but confused about who I was, about whether I was worth anything at all. And there was a moment, I'll be honest with you, where I thought about not being here anymore. I thought about ending it. I'm telling you that not for sympathy. I'm telling you because I know some of you have been in that place, or you're in it right now, and I want you to know someone who sat in that exact darkness is sitting here today, talking to you, which means there is a way through. So what changed? It wasn't one big dramatic moment. It was quieter than that. At some point in those 2 weeks, somewhere between the silence and the pain, I had a thought, not a happy thought, not a hopeful one, just a simple, almost annoying thought. I cannot control what she did, but I am the one choosing how long I stay here. That was it. That one small realization cracked something open in me, because up until that moment, I believed that my emotions were happening to me. That depression was something life had dropped on my chest, and I had no choice but to carry it. But what if that wasn't true? What if, even in pain, I had more power than I realized? I started reading, something I had never done before. I started listening to voices that fed my mind instead of my misery. I started paying attention to how I was responding to things, not just what was happening to me. And slowly, not all at once, but slowly, something shifted. Within 30 days, my life looked completely different. Not because anything outside me had changed. She hadn't come back. The breakup was still real. The pain was still there. But I had changed. I went back to work. Then I left that job and started building something of my own. My social life came back. I started laughing again. And the most important thing, the thing that still amazes me when I think about it, I forgave her, not for her sake, for mine, because I realized that holding on to blame was like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to suffer. Forgiveness wasn't weakness. It was the most powerful thing I ever did. And here's what I discovered through all of this. The version of me that almost didn't make it was the same version of me that had always been there, capable, clear, worth something. I just couldn't see it through the noise. Emotional control didn't make me cold, it made me clear. So, what does this mean for you? Whether you're going through a breakup, a career that feels wrong, a retirement that left you without purpose, or simply a life that feels heavier than it should, here is what I want you to take from my story. You have the power to decide how you respond to what life gives you. Not the power to control what happens, not the power to avoid pain, but the power to choose what you do with that pain. Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the Nazi concentration camps, said something I now carry with me everywhere. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. That space, that moment between what hits you and how you react, and that is where your entire life is decided. Most people never find it. They react, they blame, they stay stuck. But the moment you discover that space, the moment you realize you are not your emotions, you are the one watching your emotions, everything changes. This channel, Thornless Life, exists because of what I went through. Not to pretend life has no thorns, it does. It always will. But to show you that you can move through it without being destroyed by it. Every week we will talk about real things. Emotional resilience, clarity, purpose, better decisions, living a life that actually feels stable and peaceful. Not just one that looks fine from the outside. If that is what you are looking for, subscribe, stay with us. And if today's video reached something in you, and if something I said felt like it was meant for you, leave a comment below. Tell me where you are right now. I read every single one. Life has sharp edges, but you don't have to keep bleeding. I'll see you in the next one.